This video will give a short introduction to the theory and classification of speech acts. It will present two different approaches to differentiate speech acts. One of them is the theory by Searle, and the other one distinguishes direct and indirect speech acts. Okay Google, what is a speech act?
Acts are actions performed via utterances. Those speech acts take place in speech events. Speech events are activities in which speakers interact with one another. The purpose of this interaction is a certain outcome.
First speech act classification by Searle is called a declaration. Declarations change the world via their utterances. Sometimes speakers who perform a declarative speech act have a special institutional role. For example, the second speech act is called representative. A speaker states what he or she thinks or believes to be the case or not. The speaker represents the world in an individual way. Expressives are speech acts that tell us about the feelings and emotions of the speaker. They always depict the speaker's experience and express psychological states such as pain, joy, sorrow, pleasure, or dislike.
I got a hangover. Whoa.
Speech act is a directive. Directives are speech acts that speakers use to get someone else to do something. Typical directives are commands, requests, or orders. The last speech act is a commissive. Speakers use this speech act to commit themselves to a future action. For example,
I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be right back. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. Ha! You did not gonna say that, did you?
That's what you always say.
I do.
okay Google, in which other way can speech acts be classified?
Another way to classify speech acts can be made on the basis of structure. In order to do so, one has to recognize the relationship between three structural forms and three communicative functions of speech acts. The structural forms are called declarative, interrogative, and imperative. The communicative functions are statements, questions, and commands. A direct speech act only occurs when there is a direct relationship between the structural form and the communicative function.